this is Stephanie from My 7 Words Life Coaching, and Choco is here with me today again. Today I want to talk about self-worth, and to do that I'm going to use my own story as an example, because I also used to struggle with everything that starts with self. So self-love, self-confidence, self-respect, all those words were completely alien to me, because first of all, that's not what I was taught, and the society was expecting me different things. Through my own emotional blocks, I was really just blocking the way for my own happiness. And self-worth is a topic that is coming up recently a lot with my clients, so I thought I'm going to address it, starting with the point that most people that I work with say that the biggest difficulty they have is meeting others' expectations. And frankly, I don't believe that it's possible to meet everyone's but our own. So my main focus is on what can I expect from myself? How do I know if it's healthy? How do I know if it's too much or too little? How to find that healthy middle point? And once I do meet my expectations, how can I align that with my environment and society and people around me? I always start with this. If you don't respect yourself, why do you expect others to respect you? I think that to convince the world that you're worthy of respect, you're gonna have to find that towards yourself first. Same with self-worth. You put the price on you. And if you don't give people a chance to decide what you're worth, then that's your price. There's always going to be people who disagree, but why? It's because we are always right. In our own little world, we're always right. Why is that? Because reality is very subjective. We all have our own emotional blocks, our own experiences, our own memories, emotional reactions that are on autopilot. So we view the world through only our own eyes. We can't see it through someone else's. This is why it's so difficult when, for example, you ask someone, is this yellow or green? And they say, or one says yellow, the other person says green, because they have a different definition of yellow and green. They perceive the color differently. Now, this is true for everything else around us. This is why I say there's not just one truth. We are looking for our own truth. And if I know what my truth is, it's way easier to communicate it and radiate it through my energy to the world, because we do have this energy around us. You know that feeling when you see someone and for some unknown reason you're very attracted to that person, not necessarily for the looks, but you think, oh, that person has really good vibes, seems happy, seems energetic. I really need to meet that person. And this is also true for the opposite. When you get on a bus and you see someone sitting and then it seems very depressed, or it has like bad vibes, and you just want to avoid that person altogether. And almost all our decisions are affected by this, because subconsciously we perceive people in a way and we are drawn to a certain decision depending on their energy. So imagine if you have a certain kind of self-worth energy, people are perceiving it somehow. So the more stable it is, the more strong it is, the higher it is, the higher the vibration, the better the energy. So you're attracting a different sort of people around you, different opportunities. Essentially, you're taking control over how people are perceiving you. So this is a very powerful tool, but you need to learn how to use it well, obviously. Now, moving on, we are our own toughest judges. Why is that? It's because we tend to compare ourselves to other people. But how could we? How can we compare two very different things to each other? It's like asking the question, which color is better, yellow or green? Well, some people will choose this one, some people will choose that one, because they have their own preferences. The only person you can safely and accurately compare yourself to is yourself, to see how you used to be and to see how you are now. So reflecting on your past can give you a more accurate sense of where you are right now and helps you plan towards the future of what you want to achieve. Now, other people are amazing examples, negative or positive examples of what you don't want to be, what you want to be, or you can talk to them how they achieved certain things, but that was their own path. They have their skills, they have their personalities, they have their experiences, so they chose a certain path, but that's not necessarily yours. But no need to force yourself to walk the exact same path, because whatever worked for someone else is not necessarily working for you. So I say we are very lucky to have amazing examples around us, but I don't let them dictate of my path, or which way I want to go, or who I am, or what I'm worth. This is especially for the ladies, you know, when you compare yourself to someone else, if she's more beautiful or you're more beautiful. Beauty is very subjective again. There are people who are stuck at the superficial level and they only care about the outer look, and there are people who are looking more deeper into a person and looking at qualities and the personality and sense of humor, compatibility, and all these things that we actually fall in love with. The other point is perfection. I don't know where we came up with this concept, because again, this is very subjective. I don't think we should be aiming for perfection, because we are not enjoying the road, and the road not supposed to stop. There's no end goal when I say, okay, I'm happy now, I'm done, I have everything I ever wanted and I'm done. No, because by the time you would get there, you change a lot, you improve a lot, you become a different version of you, and you desire different things. So if you think back of how you used to be or who you used to be around 5 years ago, and what you wanted to achieve, are you exactly the same person today? Because if so, there was no development whatsoever. If not, then you see my point? So we can't expect perfection from ourselves. We can expect to do the best we can. I think it's an achievable goal that allows us to feel success every day instead of failure whenever we not reach our impossible expectations. Also, a few words about mistakes. I don't know when we decided to treat mistakes as enemies, but just think about it. If there is no mistake, there is no development. We need mistakes to teach us. They're not mistakes, they are teachers. And yes, some of them may seem bigger than the other, but if we never made them, we would never learn from them. So this is why I don't think perfection exists. We all make mistakes and it's perfectly fine. This is part of developing who we are. So eliminating perfection eliminates a lot of pressure from us. My personal opinion on someone who makes mistakes and takes it in as an experience, as something to learn from, is so much more valuable than someone who pretends to never make mistakes. Just to summarize up the whole thing, self-worth is something that I decide on, and not everybody is going to agree with it, but the price is not up to other people to decide. It is me who I set my own price, and those who resonate with it, those who see the value in it, are willing to pay that price when it comes to business, when it comes to friendship, when it comes to romantic relationship, because I decide what I'm worth. So this is it, guys. I hope you learned something valuable today, and please share with anyone who needs to hear these words, and have an awesome day.